Whiskey and Nerds podcast.
Smells weird.
So the one we're starting off with is Heaven's Door Redbreast collab.
So they basically took Heaven's Door bourbon, which is sourced, and then finished it and used
Redbreast barrels. But it was also a collaboration between their master distillers. So I think there's some Irish inspired. I don't know if all the Irish comes from the barrel or if some of the Irish comes from like they put a splash of some Redbreast in there too. But I opened this last night.
Definitely smells like Redbreast.
Yeah. It smells like Irish. And it tastes like it'll go bourbon, Irish finish. So it's got like the sweetness and like the dark complexities like caramel and vanilla and oak like bourbon. But then it's also got the really light
like your standard
Irish scent or Irish notes.
Your vanilla creams, your shortbread cookie.
Yeah, your light fruits. And the palate went back and forth on them. Bourbon, Irish, bourbon, Irish, bourbon.
I'm gonna try it.
So.
Okay, he's gonna bring it. He
cool.
said, I'll bring it. I told him we only needed the soundbar and the power cable.
Yeah. We might need to turn the TV down a hint more. With it being a foot away from the phone speaker.
Might actually be able to hear it
Yeah.
in the video. So, I'm drinking this.
Tastes like apple juice.
Yeah. I got heavy apple flavor.
Yeah, which is an Irish.
Yeah.
Heavy apple. But then you have like the just the bourbon essence of having like the oak. I think the oak's the thing that stands out most for the bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously the Heaven's Door sat in oak for far longer than it sat in the Redbreast barrels.
And there's some cream flavor. Yeah. Almost like a creme brulee.
And so the whole reason why we got this is you sent me a list that a guy had compiled of a top 100 bourbons that he had tried this year.
And we're going to go through those one at a time. You ready?
In extreme detail.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a corgi outside. But
In a sweater.
like 20 to 1 was like your Michter's 20, your Michter's 25, your Michter's 10.
Yeah. Oh,
your
this
Pappy
one,
23,
MSRP is $37,000.
Yeah, so like your very high-end ones. This was number 26 on that list. I was like, well, I've seen this at my place multiple times. I know they still have some on the shelf. So I'm going to go grab one and just see if it matches the hype. And the thing I've learned, I think, the most about trying whiskey throughout the course of this podcast and this year is you can't expect everything to taste like bourbon. You have to appreciate everything for what it is. You have to appreciate Michter's 10 for what it is, or Elijah Craig 18 for what it is. So everything can't be 120 proof barrel strength bourbon or
like
cask strength
liquid
release.
Brown sugar.
Yeah.
It's got to have its own thing.
And so this being something all entirely of its own, being a bourbon Irish collaboration, you have to appreciate it for it being that and not compare it to, well, this tastes like shit compared to Michter's 20. Well, yeah, because it's two different drinks. So I think that's what I have to process as I'm grading this.
I'm pretty good at meeting things where they're at. Like, oh, this is good for being, $40 and something at random. This is really good, but not worth $100 and having a screw top.
I would say this is dollar-wise a $60 to $70 bottle as far as cost because of what it is.
Yes.
I wouldn't put this in the $40 to $50 range.
No, it's better than that.
But it's not. I'd agree with you. I don't think it's a $100 bottle, which is what it was.
Yeah, most of the Heaven's Door right now are $100 bottles because it's getting hype.
Yeah.
But if I got this bottle at $60-$70, I'd be stoked for it. This is very good.
Yeah. It's a very good pour. It's
I actually, Redbreast is my favorite Irish whiskey.
Yeah, it's...
So
non-commercially being Jameson, the or proper 12, Redbreast is the best big name Irish out there.
Yes.
I'm also a big fan of Riders Tears, Middleton, Egan's. I'm a huge fan of.
Egan's is very good as well.
Egan's is very good. But yeah, Redbreast is if you had the option to do a Heaven's Door with Jameson or Redbreast, yeah, you won the lottery getting Redbreast.
Good call.
So,
Well, I mean, it's all owned by the same people anyway.
well, yeah,
It's all Middleton.
It's all Middleton.
With that said, the first thing on my notes is, what whiskey stood out for you over the first year of this podcast?
Oof. Man, I'd have to go back and look at all the whiskeys we reviewed.
Well, one, call it a learning curve. We should probably keep a spreadsheet of crap that we actually taste
So we don't re-review.
rank it, and one, won't review. Two, can go back and review notes on, oh yeah, this was really good. Oh, that was a foot. Holy
Yeah.
crap, banana Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
So,
Banana bread.
yeah.
I can give you probably a top 6. Starting with Macallan 18. We had later this summer.
Yeah.
Macallan 18 was phenomenal. Sticking with Scotch, we just had the Grand Cru Glenfiddich.
That one was
Something
was different.
Incredible. Other Scotches. We had other good Scotches, but as far as a top tier list,
Yeah, I mean, you had Macallan 18 and then Glenfiddich Grand Cru
which
23
was a 23 year.
And then you had Ardbeg Inferno or whatever.
We
the
did
fuck it was
have, you had a
called.
Glendronach that was also pretty phenomenal.
Glendronach 15 was very good. We've done Lagavulins. I mean, we've done a lot, but
Yeah.
of ones that actually stand
Stood
out.
out as being phenomenal. I think those are the top 2 Scotches.
So if I were to pick one, I'd say Grand Cru, because that
Yeah.
one most recent, so I remember it better.
Yeah.
2, awesome.
Yeah.
Bourbons,
I was going to go to Irish next.
go to Irish.
But we didn't really have any crazy Irishes. We had Middleton, very rare. And we had Egan 17. We had that off podcast.
Yeah.
But as far as, us tasting. That was kind of it for Irish. Oh, Redbreast 21. We had
that.
that was one of the very first podcasts.
I still think that Riders Tears cast strength.
Well,
though.
yeah, because we did compete Redbreast 12 cast strength and Riders Tears cast strength.
And then that St. Patrick's
Yeah, the St. Patrick's
cognac,
cognac.
finish, which was surprisingly
Surprisingly
really
good for like a $30, $40 bottle.
Yeah.
Now, bourbons. Bourbons, there was a lot. And I can say for a fact, I think what kind of stole the show for me, obviously, Michter's Toasted is going to be a top 3 any day of the year.
But we never reviewed it on this.
We never reviewed it. We did review recently the Old Forester 150th anniversary that was liquid banana bread. And that has become
So
a top
good.
tier for me. Doc Swinson we reviewed
Early on.
early on.
I think that was like the second episode.
One of the first episodes. And that was the rare cask? Or rare...
Yeah.
Yeah, rare cask.
It's a very rare. Mm-hmm.
What else did we review that was just phenomenal?
The Old Fitz 8, because I just had some more of that.
Yeah. And we did Old Fitz 15 earlier this year.
We did. Well, we still had some.
What's that other Knob Creek? I know you like that one. You have like 3. You have
Well, and that was in our lower tier. We had the Knob Creek 9, the Elijah Craig. We did that.
Mm-hmm.
We did have a very good Lux Row episode where we got to review the Blood Oaths.
Yeah.
And Blood Oath
That one was
6,
fun.
Blood Oath Pack 6, the Cognac,
Still the best.
still, I think, holds the title.
I would like to try that pack 4 you got to try.
It was pretty tasty.
Yeah. The rum
It's
finished.
so as good as Cognac is, it's up there with it.
Okay.
It's not like it was good, but Cognac's it's no, they're
They're right there.
tier and tier.
Because there was 6, and then there was 7.
Yeah, 7 drop down.
I think my 2 are really going to be the Old Forester 150 because of the banana notes that we had.
Yeah,
And then the Old Fitz.
Old Fitz 15 and 8.
Yeah. I think I might like the 8 better than the 15. But
Really?
it's just off of recent memory because I haven't
Yeah,
had the
you
15
haven't had
in
the
so
15 in a while.
long. But that 8 is so damn perfect.
Yeah, we definitely were spoiled this entire year.
Fuck yeah.
We
and
drank,
broke.
yeah, spoiled and broke. We drank some good bourbon, whiskey, scotch, Howlerhead. That,
Yeah.
Never mouth punched.
That a lot-
Yeah.
yeah, that a lot of states don't even get in their distribution. So, with that being said, as far as we were doing tops of the year, we started off 2021 with this podcast. And our first episode was things we're looking forward to this year, things we're excited about, and a lot of things came out that I think we didn't even review in that we're probably going to touch on today. And then we're going to end the podcast with the same thing, things we're looking forward to in 2022. I don't know if there's really any whiskeys we're looking forward to in 2022. It's just whatever unicorns we can get our hands on. I think that's going to be like our goal next year is maybe a little bit less of the easily achievable and a little bit more of the how the hell did you find that?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of trying to hit up distillers and see what we can get out there. Because you can pour your own from the barrel bottle at Michter's.
Yes.
And
And I think also some experiments as well. Because I just bottled what we have called Weapon I,
Weapon Eye.
as in Weapon 1.
I like it.
It is bottle number 1. It's the first one we've made.
Mm-hmm.
Weapon 1 also is Captain America. So it sticks to the whiskey and nerd shit genre, as in Weapon X being Wolverine. Weapon 1 was Captain America. Piper made a logo and a label for us. We're going to have that printed out on Monday, so we'll have that for the podcast once we finish the 75 hard program. So sometime in March.
But to circle back around, is Michter's requiring solely vaccination, or can you have a proof of a negative COVID test? Because a lot of places it's either or.
When I went, it was solely a COVID vaccination.
Keep a close eye on that.
Yeah, we might need to.
I've already gotten the number of the beast, unfortunately, so I'm waiting for dicks to grow out of my ears. But
Yeah.
I can at least get into Michter's.
Yeah.
So let's do that before the dicks start growing, am I right?
Prompt to change the rating on our podcast at that point. No longer a family friendly, which really not that
I was
family
saying.
friendly to begin with.
Swinging this.
But I know we also have plans on dumping some gin in some barrels and
Yep.
trying to get some new sponsors or maybe even a third co-host, being Ryan Reynolds. If things fall into place, I'm not saying they will. But
I
I'm
hear
saying
he's
they
taking a
could.
year off from acting. I'm sure he's got to fill his time. He's not
Yeah.
doing anything
Yeah,
philanthropic.
he's got to do. I found out the guy that does the 75 hard program will get on your podcast for free if he feels like it's not going to waste his time. So I'm
Well,
like, yeah,
we're out.
We're about to do the 75 hard program, so we'll see. But yeah. So all that being said, we want to talk about top 5 things, meaning movies, shows, events of 2021.
Before we get there, let's get 2 things out of the way real fast.
We're going to get 2 things out of the way real fast.
Numero A. The Matrix came out on Wednesday. Did you guys partake?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I've heard a lot.
Were any of the things that you heard good?
No.
Cool. Same. I broke down and watched it yesterday.
Okay.
So, you guys listen to music.
Wrapped around a cord.
Are you familiar with cover songs?
Yes.
Like, hey, this band wrote this song. We like it. We're going to cover it. A lot of times, it's better. Sometimes, it's not. The Matrix Resurrection was like a band covered its own song. And it's like, it's the same,
But way
but different. And not good. It's like, I sat there thinking, did I know I didn't want to watch a remix of The Matrix? Matrix 1, did I know? Because they constantly remind you of all the crap of the trilogy. With
like flashbacks.
Yeah, with all new people.
I heard it was a lot of time shifts and
It's not Eternals ridiculous. It's just flashbacks of,
oh yeah, this happened.
Oh, I
remember we made this movie 30 years ago.
I remember this.
Yeah.
And then you move on to the next thing. But it's there's a lot of like odes back to the original, and then a lot of just, and then this thing happened, so we made it happen here, and then this thing happened in the original, so we made it happen here, and the story is the same, but we like flip these two characters and what they do. And the story is the same.
Different.
And
But still same.
but still same. That's exactly what this movie is.
Gotcha.
Like
So,
exactly.
directed by James Franco from The Interview.
Yeah. He's grabbing everybody. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. It's fine.
Yeah.
If you're on a flight or just got some time to kill,
Throw it on the background.
sure. Cleaning your house and need something on, just throw it on.
Yeah.
And before I watched it, I was told multiple times, you're not going to have any clue what's happening for the first 2/3 of the movie. I was like, all right, so the first and second act are just absolute clusterfucks. No. Just tell yourself, I'm watching the first Matrix, and you will know exactly what's going on and exactly where it's going. You will not be confused at all. Remember the first Matrix and the timeline and the dots and where everything goes. And I'm almost curious if you played both movies simultaneously next to each other.
They line up.
If they would line up, exactly. Because it's the same stuff. And you're like, and then this is going to happen for this person. But instead of it being this guy, they did it with this person because it goes back to the original trilogy and it's a fun Easter egg. Okay, this is the same goddamn movie.
Yeah.
It's the same movie.
It's the same goddamn movie.
Yeah. It's same, but different, but still same.
But still same.
It really is.
That's our review on The Matrix.
Same, but different, but still same. You got the dude from Mindhunters who also plays Kristoff in Frozen. He's the new Agent Smith.
Okay.
I love that guy. He's one of the bright spots, and he has very little screen time. Neil Patrick Harris is there.
Yeah, I remember him being in it.
Yeah, he has a bigger role than you think. Still not great,
Yeah.
but Barney can do no wrong at this point.
Yeah.
So
fun.
yeah, that's...
That's what this movie was.
Hey, do you think we could make The Matrix again exactly the same, but different, and give it to a new audience? Challenge accepted!
It'd make millions again. Granted, it was an HBO release.
Yeah. I mean, it was dual release, and people were like, I'm going to go see it in theaters. Don't.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, just don't. No, you don't need to. No.
All right, what's number B?
Letter 2. Hawkeye finale was also on Wednesday.
It was.
It was.
Thoughts? Breakdown? Quick run through?
I mean, you have Vincent D'Onofrio, officially, as Kingpin.
Officially have him in that god-awful shirt.
A couple god-awful shirts.
It's pretty easy to make the assumption and connection that he did not get blipped, and that's how he built an empire
Yeah.
into current standing.
Kate Bishop whooped his ass. I was a little iffy about that.
Okay, so I'm watching it, and my concern, I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, I'm like, so you got 3 episodes of Daredevil not being able to bring this dude down, and this 18-year-old chick is going to whoop his
Whoop
ass?
his ass in a toy store.
So, in her
Convenience
defense,
store, wherever they were.
it seemed like a toy store, in
Yeah.
her defense, the only thing that actually brought him down
It was an exploding arrow.
was a collection of exploding
Yeah.
arrows.
Yeah.
Other than that, he was throwing her around like a rag doll and
Yes.
beating the fuck out of her.
Uh-huh.
Like, he
Yeah.
full on punched her like a man.
Oh, yeah, he did not hold back.
Yeah, which
On this 18-year-old girl.
good. Yes, don't
Yeah.
be nice about this. If you're gonna do it, do it. He's a
Yeah.
bad guy. He's going to fuck
Yeah.
up everybody and stay in his way.
Yeah.
So I was still iffy about it. Again, 3 seasons of Daredevil and he can't bring this dude down. The Punisher fought him in prison and went back and forth. And this girl is going to do anything to him? I was like, if she beats him, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah.
Now, what she did to beat him...
Okay.
Okay, I can
She blew
roll
him the fuck
I
up.
can roll with this that you blew him up with like 17 different specialty arrows.
It's funny because he was like, how'd that blow him up? But she just ducked for cover and was fine. I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
arrow
I'm
was
like,
only 4
listen.
feet away from her as well.
Yeah,
I'm like, listen,
they're in a
I'm
room
like,
this
he was-
size.
Yeah.
I'm like, he was standing above it though, and she was already on the ground. It just blew him straight up and then back.
Like the comic Kingpin and the cartoon Kingpin is huge.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
And
he's a monster.
And, like, Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
He literally fills up the entire screen with a
Tiny head, giant body, and it's not a body of fat. Like, that's a... Like, you have a ton of heroes in the Marvel Universe that have gone toe-to-toe with him and not been able to do anything because he's so huge. They try to convey that a little bit through this.
Yeah.
And the Netflix
and
shows...
they do well keeping it realistic.
Yeah, the Netflix shows make it work really well. So when little Haley Steinfeld is flipping around trying to make something happen, I don't know about that.
And I know they didn't show it, and I was skeptical about this part as well, when they made it look like Echo shoots him in the face and kills him.
So that is actually a direct pull from the comics.
Really?
Okay.
Yes, Echo in the comics is his adopted daughter.
Yes.
They never say this in the show, but you have that relationship.
Kinda get it.
Yeah.
You can see when they had that conversation. Of,
The little
"I
scene
love
in the
you."
alley.
Yeah. But how that specific comic ends with Echo pointing a gun directly in the face of Wilson Fisk and pulling the trigger. The following issue opens with Fisk in a hospital room, blind, and his eyes all wrapped up, screaming that he can't see, but very much alive.
Gotcha.
So
if they actually follow the comics, that's should be the
Plus-
next thing we see of him.
Plus, you're going to have an Echo series coming.
Yes.
What better way to introduce Wilson Fisk as a villain without doing Daredevil versus Wilson Fisk again
Yeah.
than having that? Now he's trying to get her.
Be the villain of Echo.
She's
Yeah.
got that thing. She's trying to avenge
There's
her
an internal
father.
struggle because it's her adopted father. Be good.
I mean, there wasn't really an internal struggle with Gamora or the other one with Thanos as their adopted father.
True.
Nebula had some.
Nebula did.
But it was,
Nebula
She
seemed...
was really just trying to beat Gamora.
I mean,
the whole
Gamora
time.
kind of did too, as far as like, everyone hated her because of who her dad was.
Yeah, but she
and that was what
always
she had to
still
constantly
hated
overcome.
She hated him
Always
up
hated
until
Oh,
she
yeah.
tried to kill him.
Yeah.
And she was crying in the Infinity War.
Yeah.
And then she was talking all the shit up on that mountain until she figured out what the problem was.
Yeah. So you're not crying. Oh, shit.
You're like, who? Oh, because you got this far and you didn't? Wait a minute. God damn it.
I did like the end of Hawkeye, revealing that his wife is not only an agent, but also a superhero.
Yep.
I can't remember what she...
Mockingbird?
Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Who is Agent 19.
Yeah.
Which, did you guys watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes.
So...
She is the assassin.
She is in that. With this having happened, you can be like, oh, different universe,
Yeah.
different storylines.
Yeah.
So I didn't get that far. I was like, wow, this show is hard to get through. Next.
Yeah. We got through the first 4 or 5 seasons, and it was enjoyable, and we fell off. It got different.
Bill Paxton showed up at one point.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed Hawkeye as a whole. It was the same level to me as Falcon Winter Soldier. It was a little buddy cop action. We're not partners. We are partners.
Yes.
I like the closure we got for Natasha. Just because
The whistle.
Really for Elena.
the whistle, yeah. The closure for Yelena too. But like you can actually say that's been completely put to bed now.
Because she was not hearing anything and whooping his ass. And then
Yeah,
he
and
did the
then he
whistle
whistled.
that they did as kids at the beginning of Black Widow.
Yeah.
That was just theirs, where she's like, oh, shit.
How'd you know about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so clearly this is...
More than
you're onto
just an
something.
assassination.
Yeah. So I like that. My favorite part of the entire thing was the fight scene between Kate Bishop and Yelena, and then congratulating each other on the moves that they were doing it while they were doing.
Yeah.
Like, man, that
Good
worked
with the
out.
body throw. Yeah, it was a good one. Stop making me like you. I can't help it.
Yeah, that was good.
So I want
elevator
another. I want another buddy.
Yeah, I want Yelena and more things.
I want Yelena in everything
Well, I just want more Yelena and
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. Like
together.
Yeah, they had good comedic banter. They had good chemistry
they
for
were,
this being the first thing they've done together.
they were Hawkeye and Natasha.
Yeah,
But they're just like
Just younger, fresher, newer Hawkeye Natasha.
the Young Avengers version.
But a little more dry, sarcastic, younger humor.
Yes, those two played better off each other than a lot of the people in the MCU up to this point. Like
Yes.
those, in my opinion, they played better off each other than Bucky and Sam.
Yes.
Like, I understood what you're trying to do there, and it was fine, and it was working-ish. But there seemed to me like a chemistry miss there that didn't fully like connect, or could have been better. And you don't have that with Haley Steinfeld and Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Those two back and forth. Like Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr., tremendous chemistry playing off of each other. One of those.
Yeah.
And I need more of that in everything.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
It ends with her giving her the name Hawkeye,
Yes.
which Kate Bishop was called among
Hawkeye
a
in the
million
comics
things
and-
that she listed. She was also called Hawkeye.
Yes. So, good leave off. Good show.
What hot shot? You know, like shot. Yeah. I like. He's like
Lady
"Hawkeye."
Hawk? No, it's terrible. Okay, so with those two down and out of the way, top 5 moments of 2021.
Do you want to do moments first or things first?
Well, I only have one list, so you're out of luck.
All right, I'm going to incorporate my moments and things. So I'll give you a moment and a thing
Gotcha.
for every moment.
Shoot. Okay.
All right, what is, are we going in any particular order, or are we just giving a top 5?
Nah, just, hey, these stood out to me.
Okay. So I'm going to give a moment and a thing.
Okay.
So my thing, I think 2021 was a great year for smaller budget movies to come out. So I gave some honorable mentions for 3 really good smaller budget. One wasn't that small of a budget. The one that wasn't that small of a budget was The Harder They Fall. Comedy on Netflix, or not comedy, Western on Netflix. Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Damon Wayans, Regina King, and Zazie Beetz.
Cowboy Cerrone even made a appearance in there.
Yeah.
He was the
Yeah.
cowboy in the bank that did not do anything.
Yeah. So great movie, Netflix. So I don't know how small of a budget that one was. 2 other great movies. One was straight to Hulu, if that tells you anything. Boss Level.
Oh, yeah.
Frank
Keep rolling on
Grillo
that
and
one.
Mel Gibson. It's a comic booky kind of movie, action movie. It's amazing. It's hilarious. The action's good. There's a little bit of drama in it. But just, it's so fun to watch. And then Small Engine Repair, which
Yeah.
was a very low budget film. John Bernthal, Shea Wiggum, and John Polano. It made you laugh your ass off. It made you cry. It made you like on the edge of your seat with like anticipation. Just an all around great fucking movie. So, great year for smaller movies. Top 5 moment. I'm going to say the comedic banter of Idris Elba and John Cena in the Suicide Squad.
Oh,
Particularly
God. Yes.
going through the friendly military camp that they did not know at the time was friendly. I was dying through that scene of them just trying to one-up each other
That was one of the best.
in hit scenes. And then, yeah, let me go get my camp. Who?
Yeah. Why did my guards not stop you? I didn't see anybody out there.
Yeah.
It was empty.
The whole movie as a whole was better than the first. Still, it was good. But Idris Elba and John Cena going back and forth for an hour and a half.
Okay, I'll piggyback off of that and add the fact that every character or every actor that they listed that you got excited about in the trailers, they killed in the first 5 minutes.
Died in the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes, that fact alone.
Yeah, that was something I did not see coming.
Yeah, that was a more creative thing for the year. All right, Piper, what you got?
Top 5.
Okay.
Top 5 something.
Okay, I'm also gonna do a moment and a thing.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
Okay. So, my favorite. Well, one of the really good movies that came out, Cruella.
Yep.
I almost made that my number 4 as just collectively because I loved watching her in it, and
Yeah.
visually it was
One of those
amazing.
roles that was perfectly fit for the casted actor or actress.
Yes.
Yeah. And the moment in that movie that was just like over the top awesome was the moth dress.
Yes.
With the fire?
No, the one where she.
Oh,
like,
they-
It was like
yes.
beaded, and so they're like, oh, we're gonna have people go in and steal it, so that she'll put all the dresses in the safe, and then they were actually moths So when she opened up the safe to have her big fashion show, the
All
moths
the
had
moths
eaten
flew out.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the... What?
Yeah, it's like evil mastermind at its highest tier.
I really enjoyed the visual aspect of like the giant rock show concert that she put on for herself.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
I love the red dress in the street.
yes.
Oh, the trash
The
dress.
trash
Trash
dress.
dress.
Was also fucking awesome
Yeah.
too. She came out, you just dump a bunch of trash, but it actually ends up just being,
Being
like,
her
giant ass
dress.
dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I was gonna put Cruella as just my number 4 thing, something I watched, whatever, because Emma Stone forever can do no wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then she was so perfect in this. And then I'll go back to saying that was the kind of Harley Quinn movie we wanted to see.
Yes.
And did not get. You tried to give us a Harley Quinn Deadpool, and we didn't want that.
didn't want that.
We wanted
wanted
a
Harley Quinn.
Cruella situation dealing with that. So
Yeah.
that was fantastic. One of mine, What If?
Yes.
What if someone else?
Collectively fantastic. Specifically, as a thing,
What are your specific moments?
the finale, and probably my favorite part in the finale is when they dropped all the zombies on him. And they're like, was that supposed to stop him? No, but she was.
But she
Then it
was.
showed.
And then the zombie Wanda.
Oh, that was so
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Yeah. That was phenomenal.
Also, I think another good part in What If was whenever this, like, there was like a stone just like on the ground, right? And it's getting kicked around, but you're just focused on that. And all you see is like feet scuffling.
chaos.
See the
back and forth.
peripherals, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool scene. Like, and also just overall the visual animation.
The
was
animation.
beautiful.
It was
Like,
so
it was
well
3D,
done.
But 2D, but it was awesome.
It was its own unique animation.
Yeah, which
It was so well done, so well written. I'm glad we're getting a What If 2, and by extension, and we talked about this before, I'm glad we're getting a Marvel Zombies done in the same vein. So
Yeah.
you can have this crazy ass, probably heart-wrenching story from start to finish and give us, The Walking Dead in the Marvelverse.
Yes.
Give it to me animated. That's fine. That's better. I don't need to see you guys sweating for 17 episodes.
Yeah. We've seen you guys enough.
Exactly.
You've all had your own shows and movies and...
That's fine. No, give me animated.
Okay. My next one. I'm going to do another thing, another moment. So Things, the Whiskey and Nerd Shit podcast. It's made me drink whiskey different, watch shows. I'm more excited about more things. I watch movies differently than I ever have in the past, which means I actually care and invest a lot more.
Well, you want to see... I obnoxiously did this anyway, and then no one wanted to listen to me talk. But now I force you guys to do it for 90 minutes every weekend. Is you want to break down how they're making this movie.
Yeah.
Why does
What
this scene...
lenses they're using?
Yeah, why does this scene matter, and why does you shooting it from on the floor outside the closet versus right here, what are you trying to change in this, and why does it affect later, and who's doing this with that, and going into another thing that I have on here of how are you going to build all this up and then explain it this way, and why did you put this episode here, here, and here, only to explain it 4 episodes later.
Yes.
So that and the
I think one thing that's-
abundance of alcohol that we've drank over
Yeah, that's it. That's like half of it. But the other fun part is, or the thing that made it more fun was Marvel making their movies and shows the way they've made them, to go back and be able to be like, do you remember 13 years ago when they had this movie and now they're just now touching on it now in this
Yeah.
TV show? It's just made it more enjoyable, more fun. So this podcast and the growth I've had from editing video and audio and our first ones, I was making notes today.
We're learning stuff today even. Who
Yeah.
knew you could zoom on a camera?
Yeah, fuck. Wide angle lenses.
Who knew? You only had an hour.
Yeah, I was looking back at our notes from the first podcast when I used to listen to them all the way through, and I was like, lull here, someone sneezed here. Now it's like, yeah, fuck that, it's organic.
Yep, yeah, here you go.
So,
Here's everything.
yeah, that's
Here's
called
everything we got.
growth.
To keep going on the breaking things down and how we watched it, one of mine was WandaVision, because that was the first episode or first series
Yeah,
that
we got
we
this year.
started talking about for this podcast.
Yes.
Fucking Mephisto.
Fucking Mephisto.
Fucking Mephisto. Still a thing a year in.
Lucky the pizza dog is Mephisto.
Yeah.
I stand by it. There's no way around it. But we got to sit down and break down, okay, they're shooting this way. What do we think is going to happen? Like, we're going to have an episode in January, no doubt, of what do we think we're going to do with Spider-Man next?
Yeah.
Because when we finished the podcast last week, we went on for another 45 minutes of, hey, well, then this could happen, and they did this, and what about that? We're like, oh, God, we should still be rolling.
Yeah.
So let's do an episode of breaking all that down. It started with WandaVision, and after the first 2 episodes of, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah.
Why was the first one in black and white? And if the whole thing's like this, I'm super fucking out.
And that was the thing, because I have WandaVision on my top 5 things, and on my top 5 moments, I specifically have WandaVision's episode 7 through 9. Because the first 3 episodes were, what the fuck are we watching? And then 4, 5, 6 is, all right, well, now the government's involved, or at least getting some action. And then 7, 8, and 9, I want to rip my heart out
The
and
grief
give it
episode
to
specifically.
fake children.
Yeah.
Just because, and it goes back and explains, you know, they talked about it in Age of Ultron. They're like, we sat there for 3 days staring at a name, and that name was Stark. And then it shows them, and that's why their English was better, and that's why, you know, the first 3 episodes were about I Love Lucy and Bewitched and stuff like
they
that.
were constantly watching
And
those.
that was their childhood. That's what makes her happy.
And that was one of the things that made me look at, because Piper, you were pointing this stuff out. It was, did you notice that they shot this episode like this to mimic these kinds of things?
Yes.
Did you notice that they used this song in this way?
Yeah, we introduced color at this year frame.
And keep in mind, WandaVision theme song is based off of 3 notes. So every song that they did on each episode is a new version of it, whether it be Malcolm in the Middle or Modern Family or Bewitched, whatever. It's all based on the same 3 notes. So they just spread it out, and you're the one that pointed out. Did you notice that the screen was shot like this, and then it changed to this, and then they did this? So honestly, I blame you for me watching stuff and being like, I wonder why they recorded it that way. I wonder, they're obviously using this lens for something else.
Yeah.
Why? They're obviously using this angle for something else. Why? And if the answer is trying to be artistic, your movie sucks.
Yeah.
You better have a reason, otherwise it sucks.
Yeah. Or you can be like the guy that shot Army of the Dead with lenses from Japan, and he's like, I shot the entire thing, never watched any of it, and at the end I was like, God, I hope that worked.
Wasn't that Zack Snyder?
Yeah. Because he got these, I think they're called imagination lenses. They're like lenses from like the 80s from Japan, and it was going to give a certain static look to the film without affecting the film itself. And he's like, I pitched it to Netflix saying like, yeah, I guarantee you it's going to work. And I shot the whole movie. I was like, damn, I really hope this works. And so that is what makes the movie that much better for that reason.
Well, because especially we now look into those notes and read those interviews and try and pick out little things that we can talk about and see if it made a difference.
Yeah.
So now we're watching movies for more than just, ooh, cool story.
Yeah.
No, great story, bro. Appreciate it.
All right.
Piper.
Sorry, I'm telling Brent your address. Anyway,
For the millionth time.
Yeah, I know. Also to piggyback off of WandaVision was one of my moments was it was Agatha all along.
Oh,
Yeah, we finally found out it was Agatha. And now she's getting her own spinoff.
She is.
Agatha, House of Harkness. It's coming 2023.
Okay.
So
I had a feeling that'd be pushed out.
I think it was because of her popularity as a character, she's getting her own show.
Which is, you could bust off 6-episode season of that pretty easy just giving us the Salem Witch Trials.
Yeah, it's going to be
With her around it.
a dark comedy.
All about it.
Yeah, easy. Like,
So.
real easy. That's just lazy writing.
But yeah, let's see. One of my other top 5 things was Bo Burnham's one that special that came out this year called Inside.
Oh, the one where like, that dude needs to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Yep.
He made the entire thing in his little barn dominium, like 1-room studio.
Yeah,
in his
did
backyard.
you hear about why it got so weird?
Because he locked himself in it until it was done.
No, because he procrastinated so goddamn long and got like 2 weeks out. And was like, fuck. So he locked himself in it and just recorded
Yeah.
and then threw it together and everyone's like,
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like how many of those songs have become like specific like TikTok viral sounds.
And they're all
Yeah.
so
They
relatable
are,
to our
like,
generation.
fucking, it's like, well, I feel like shit. Oh.
I think
Feel
it
like
was.
sack of shit.
I think it was Jake Johnson on whatever social media. Jake Johnson, obviously from New Girl, and he was Peter Parker on Into the Spider-Verse. He's like, I just watched the Bo Burnham special. It is the most brilliant and funny and creative thing I have seen in the last many years. Also, I'm going to go call my therapist.
Yeah, because the last quarter of that,
You're like,
it gets a
this
little
is
dark. It gets a little
yeah.
dark.
But it's also
Speaking of dark, this has a weird flavor to it.
Yeah,
On
this
the
is
nose.
Not even there yet.
What is
Angel's
this?
Envy not cask strength. Angel's Envy single barrel. So it's Angel's Envy, and the only thing that's different is it's a single barrel, so not a small batch, and it sits at about 107 proof versus 94.
It makes
regular.
the port so much more prominent.
Yeah, so you get that dark berry
That
scent.
like I got
yeah,
punch square, just field goal punt in the nose.
by boysenberry.
Yes.
Boysenberry.
Yeah.
I get a bug's life over here.
Weird.
It's good.
Almost.
It's we talked because Angel's Envy is kind of like one of our like just old time favorites. It was my first ever favorite whiskey.
Yes. This is the first one when I talk to people about whiskey. I was like, "Have you tried this Angel's Envy?"
Yeah,
They're like, "Yeah, it's good." I'm like, "It's so good.
so good. It's amazing.
You need to try it." I just said I had it, but try it again.
At his uncle's, I had some Angels Envy rye, and I was like, oh, I forgot I'm good.
Yeah, every Angel's Envy is good.
Have fallen away.
I fell away a long time ago, but
So
still
sweet.
appreciate it for
It's
what it
good,
is.
and I understand where I was when I got it, and how many people I've passed it on to. That I've used that as a stepping
An
stone
entryway, yeah.
into whiskey. That's what we did with you. That's what I did with my guy at work. That's
Yeah.
what I did with my cousin. We got Eric.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll really like this. This is so good. We have to buy this. And then now they're drinking all
the bourbons.
kinds of whiskeys.
Yes.
But trying it now, I'm like,
It's very sweet.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Little
Oh, my
sugar
God.
bomb.
Dear
For
God.
me, I'm like,
Yeah. But we always considered Angel's Envy. We said the only thing that could make it better is to put it like right around the 110 mark.
Yeah.
And this is 107.
50 to 55.
Yeah. So that's the only difference. It's a single barrel and it sits around 107%.
All right. So now I'm
Or
going
not
on a taste.
107 proof, not 107%. That'd be dangerous.
That would be death.
That would be death. We'd be
Straight
drinking
death.
liquid death. So boysenberry on the snout and honey. That's honey on the end of the nose.
God.
And it tastes like what you would want it to taste like.
Yeah.
It tastes like Angel's Envy at 107.
It really does. Like, there's really no other way
It's
to
just
describe it.
amped up, a little harder hitting, but on the bourbon notes, I guess a little bit on the port notes as well.
It really is just you took Angel's Envy and turned up the volume on it. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's
No,
nothing else different.
No single note is more standing out. It's just
Phenomenal.
this dude worked out for like a year.
Yeah. Angel's Envy took a needle in the butt,
Yeah,
and now we have Angel's Envy
did some deadlifts.
single barrel. Very tasty.
Oh, this is really good.
Comes with some cool little golden wings too, and
oh yeah, I did. Give him a little,
little metal golden wings.
Little thing
Little
on it.
thingy.
All right, how many of these do we have left? 2, 3,
3.
3.
So my next one, well, okay, I missed a moment, but we missed. I got an extra thing. So, my next thing was the Snyder Cut.
I wanted to add that to my list.
It made it on my list of movie shows events
Why though?
because a couple different reasons. One, 10 times better than the original movie.
Oh yeah, the lighting alone.
Yeah, the
We wanna
lighting,
talk about
the CGI.
nitpicking nerdy shit on fucking movies.
Yeah,
The lighting of the Snyder Cut versus original Whedon release.
yeah,
He added all these bright oranges and
Yeah.
livened everything
it's
up.
like when you go to look at the big screen section of Best Buy and they have all these vibrant colors on the TV.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah, but not in a good way. And then you see the original gritty idea of the whole thing. You're like, oh,
Yeah, dark
was
and
way
ominous.
better.
What DC Justice League's supposed to be.
yes.
I'm excluding all the post-credit stuff because it was a teaser for something we're probably never going to get, and
never
that
get.
is upsetting. But, well, to an extent, we'll never get.
But I'll take what I get. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take what I get,
If
but
we're just picking out moments, the banter between Jared Leto's Joker and Ben Affleck's Batman going back and forth and talking shit about, hey, fuckface, why'd you let Robin come and get me? That's why I'd smash his fucking face in with a crowbar. Hey, when I was holding your girlfriend as she fucking died and said, fuck you, you're like, yay.
but I wanted all of it.
You wanted 2 hours of
I
that.
wanted 2 hours of it.
I want anything with, and you got Joe Manganiello again as Deathstroke with his mohawk. I want anything with him specifically as that.
Yes.
Anything. Give me a show. I don't care if he's
Solo movie, something.
anything.
Yeah.
You could, I don't know how you'd put him in Batgirl.
Very carefully.
Because, to tangent, because we never do that. They greenlit Batgirl,
Yeah.
and Michael Keaton is like more on the yeah probably than not. So it looks like our Batman Beyond movie is going to be Batgirl based.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
I'm not against this.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah, I want a Batman.
I just want Keaton. Nah, you
Yeah.
can put out
Well,
most of you want in it.
Me and you have talked a million times. Give me a Batman Beyond movie
Yes.
and Michael Keaton
Yeah.
being it.
Yeah.
Timothy.
It's literally like even the drawing, like it looks like Michael Keaton.
I know. And we joke. I threw out Timothy Chalamet as being a great Terry McGinnis. Dude would have to eat 77,000 calories a day to put on 4 pounds, because I'm pretty sure he's skinnier than my daughter, who's 7. Skin and bones, that kid, but fantastic actor. But if you take that, be like, okay, well, we don't want to introduce Terry McGinnis and do all this, but there is room for a Batgirl in this. Something you could introduce off of The Flash, which we'll have next year and go into in a minute. And run it the same way. And he's just mentoring her as the new Terry McGinnis.
I'll take it.
I will take that.
I'll take it.
I have
All day
zero
long.
problems with
All day long.
anything happening there.
Yeah.
Gimme.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Gimme.
Yeah, straight. Upsies. Upsies.
Okay. Now, top 5 moments.
Top 5 moment.
This is one that I experienced by myself, but other people may have experienced it as well.
I lit a few candles.
The final scenes of the Avengers video game, which we
I
briefly
haven't.
talked about. The video game started off meh. I fell off it for a little while. And the only reason why I mentioned it on the list is, one, like, I play a lot of video games. And the end of a video game to me is like the end of a series or movie. Like, the end is the everything. The end is what you remember.
Yes.
If it ended poorly, you talk about how bad of a show it ended was.
Yeah.
Like
Dexter.
Game of Thrones, Dexter.
Yeah.
A lot of people think The Sopranos, The Fade to Black.
I just started The Sopranos. Have you guys watched it?
No.
Okay.
A
So
lot of show.
appease me, and I'm going to ask you to start throwing in some episodes here and there. They're hour-long episodes. There's about 12 episodes a season. There's about 6 seasons.
Okay. That's not too bad.
Not the end of the world. There's just other crap we would rather be doing, and there's other
Yeah.
crap I would rather be doing. I'm going through Witcher Season 2 right now.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on in that movie. in
Yeah,
that show.
we're one or two
I
episodes
feel like
in.
I need
and-
to watch this, like the first season.
I
again.
just binged the first and
still
prepar.
haven't
I don't have a fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah.
You
we're
guys
kind
could
of
be
in the same boat.
Yeah, it could be in a different language, and I'd know just as much.
Alright.
I had
Just
no idea.
Making sure, because I was like watching it, like we watched like the first 2 episodes,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
We're lost.
maybe I need to go back and watch the first one. I was like, did I miss something? I'm like, I'm lost. I don't
Right.
remember.
Yeah. So, going back to what you're saying.
Yeah. So going back to it, and the reason why I put it on the list is we have Miss Marvel coming out this year. The Marvels coming out this year.
Miss Marvel has a spinoff for it.
Yes. And
America
she's
Chavez is going to be in it, and she's supposed to be in Multiverse Madness as well.
Oh,
okay.
America
Okay.
Chavez.
So
A really annoying character. I hope they fix it.
she's kind of annoying in the video game, Miss Marvel. Is she American Chavez?
No.
Okay. Well, the Miss Marvel, she's just a young kid, so that kind of annoyingness. But the development and growth they put into a video game that took about 3 hours to play through,
Yeah.
I hope they can put an ounce of that into the character and development of the actual character. Because at the end, the very end of the video game, the way they ended it, you basically play one level as every character, which was fun because it's everyone trying to kill MODOK's the bad guy.
Yeah.
But then the
I hope still played by Patton Oswalt.
I wish. I don't think it was. But
Talk about a crossover.
the Miss Marvel ending was just so incredibly well done
Spoiler alert.
that it was.
I'm never gonna play it.
I mean, I didn't.
want
I didn't say what it was. It was kind of unrealistic what happened, but I mean.
Wait
it was
a minute.
also-
Hold the
it was-
fucking phone.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
This-
It's unrealistic.
This video game about superheroes, one of which
No,
he
I meant
turned
like
green.
even comic book related was unrealistic.
Okay.
Even
Well,
comic book related.
Listen.
I know some crazy shit's happened.
It's some weird shit gone down.
But anyways, just the development and growth. Like I felt good at the end of the game. I was like, I feel like I grew a little bit as a person. It was that good. So
Which you can't knock that. Did you guys play The Last of Us?
no, I want to though. We don't have a PlayStation.
Oh yeah, it is PlayStation.
Yeah.
PlayStation specific.
Yeah.
But that's one I've heard in detail from different places.
Yeah, you grow playing that video
that
game.
story is,
Yeah.
and then they did a sequel on the game, and that story is,
Yeah.
and then they're like,
Yeah.
you know what we need? Pedro Pascal to star in a HBO Max original series
Yes.
based on this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
I
that
get
one-
the whole video games give you feelings thing.
Yeah. All right, Piper.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, here's another moment from Spider-Man. I'm sure all of us.
Don't go there yet. We're gonna end on
that's
that.
where we're ending.
I'll end there then.
I told you we were ending in the car.
Yeah,
Um,
you're going off script.
fine. Okay, so Black Widow. Whenever she's like, "You're such a poser." And
The poser scene.
Oh my
she
god.
just-
The
Why'd
sisterly
you-
banter.
She doesn't even like
You
this,
do the
and
thing
you
with
do
the hair.
So like
And the
every
arm
time-
out.
Yeah.
It was like every time it's like I see like a character, doesn't have to be even Black Widow or anybody. It's just like as soon as they like hit a pose, I'm like, oh, you're such a poser. It's just like something that's like stuck with me since then.
Even more so is when she lands and poses
And
and
she
then
goes,
just and, like, shivers.
Just like, ugh. No.
So basically, we'll just call a top 5 moment
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Just
yeah.
existing in the MCU.
Yeah.
Well, she wins that award.
True.
Random moment for me, but was super awesome. You talk about stuff that makes you, like, inspires you
Yeah.
specifically. Thug Rose Namajunas knocking out Zhang Wei Li in the first
Yeah.
35 seconds with that head kick, and then screaming "I'm the best" and crying during that fucking
Yes.
fight interview.
Yes.
That I was like, I gotta go work out.
Yeah.
I have to.
I feel like you just watched all 7 episodes of Never Back Down.
So terrible.
Yeah. There's a new one with old British boy. Bisbing.
Michael Bisping.
Michael Bisbing. It's like Never Back Down 4, I think.
Goodness, he
Yeah.
was in. Oh God, it's not Into the Badlands. Oh, Warrior, the series that's on HBO. The one that we talked about it that Bruce Lee wrote years ago. They never made it into a show
yeah.
until finally they actually adapted it. He's actually got a small part in season 2 or whatever the fuck it is. As a British guy that beats everybody up, and he fights the main character. Good show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Rose doing that. Even Joe Rogan was over there crying because
Yeah.
she's just sitting there. You're the best. I'm the best. You're like, you are the best. Good for you. We were all rooting for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a moment for me for sure. I don't know where we're at, but I have one thing left.
I have one thing left that's not the thing.
I know I have the thing.
Okay, so let me get my one last thing out. Only because it's leading into Doctor Strange, new movie coming out in a couple of weeks, months. The Doctor Strange losing his heart instead of his hands episode of What If stood
Ooh,
out to me
that one's
because of
rough.
how dark and just heart-wrenching it was. Like, and when I think about What If, I do think about the end because the end was epic and amazing, and I do think about zombies because that was one I was most looking forward to, and I think about like how cool everything else was. But when I think about like What If just pops into my head, it is that Doctor Strange episode because from beginning to end, you're just invested.
When we got it, because it was like the 4th episode, and I talked to multiple people. I remember talking to Justin about this. He's like, there's no way that's not the best episode up to this point.
Yeah,
I was like, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
not even close. And you don't... Good on Disney. we're gonna put in the middle of this random series we just created a character out into the world that most people have no idea who Doctor Strange Supreme is.
Yeah.
And if you watch that, you are now going to appreciate this trailer for Multiverse of Madness.
Talking about going back and forth.
If you don't watch this and you're a casual fan,
It's gonna be almost a year all the way around before you actually get it.
and you have no idea. I'll hit you. You have no idea who this other guy is. But if you watch this as a one-off of, man, this show's pretty cool.
And then you see that trailer, you're like,
Yeah,
it's him.
We're like, oh.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, son of a bitch.
why is he black and white?
Yeah. So, yeah, and that one, I have a few people around me that are into this stuff. And I was like, look, I get it. I understand. It's animated. You think you're too cool for that. One, you're a douche. Two,
You're not.
You not too cool for it. You need to watch this because it's not just a cartoon.
It's
like,
not a cartoon.
you will feel this thing. You really will. And
Well, also considering they had a lot of the same voice actors,
a huge amount.
like most of them.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of voice actors, I don't know if we talked about it in the last podcast, but X-Men 97 is going to have all the original voice actors.
No
We
shit.
We got confirmed. All the original voice actors. Some of them are also going to pick up new roles, but they will play the actor that they played. I saw it today.
I am also excited for
They
this.
had listed names and everything. So I know we talked about, like, it'd be
This
awesome
is
if
good
they
news,
could.
Blake. This is very good news.
Just touch Gabe in his no-no places.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep this Darth Vader pillow right here on my lap.
Protecting the dark side.
It always protect us. It moved with the Force.
All right. Do we want to get to the number one moment of 2021?
She's got another thing.
Rude.
Whoop.
So in Free Guy, whenever he's
Yeah.
fighting the bigger guy,
The steroid Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds.
Steroid Ryan Reynolds.
What's his name,
And-
dude?
Yeah.
He was dude instead of guy. And he pulls out the Captain America shield, and you see Chris Evans go, "What the shit?" Yeah, that was my favorite part of that.
Literally, it was a 45-second vomit of "Don't forget Disney bought us,"
Yeah.
because it was just like Captain America thing, Hulk arm, this other
lightsaber.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
That was it. It was a lightsaber. I was like, oh yeah, Disney owns Fox now.
Yeah.
Which, going back to when Deadpool was watching the Free Guy trailer with Korg, it was like, oh, this movie looks good in a Fox fire sale kind of way.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happened.
So,
Did you know all the voices that were in that movie? I'm guarantee we talked about it, but
yeah. I think we
The
talked about
Rock
it
is in it. Hugh Jackman is in it. There are so many people in that movie,
Yeah.
and you have no idea.
No idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were just people.
All right, so The Thing. It can be a movie, it can be thing, it can be whatever it is. It's flat out the best thing that happened in 2021. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yes.
Spider-Verse.
It's just
Yes.
live action Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And we just spent so long, and we will spend so long again, so let's avoid it for time purposes.
Yeah.
But
How about we each just say like our favorite little moment that was in it?
Your favorite moment.
my
of
favorite
Spider-Man?
moment was when we wrote it better last week.
Yeah.
And fixed
When we
the-
rewrote it
when
and
we
put it in
fixed
the
the
way it
movie.
should have.
What was that?
Okay,
Okay. The best moment that was actually filmed.
that was actually in
The movie.
the movie. Don't make me go first.
I'll go first because I already know mine, hands down.
Okay.
Andrew Garfield catching MJ.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's a
That
good one.
scene ripped me apart, put me back together, and then ripped me apart again.
Yeah, just because he
Because
finally
I
got
saw it coming. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I knew they were going to give him his retribution moment of somehow saving MJ or saving somebody. But the way they did it, and I knew as soon as I saw Tom Holland dive down, I was like, okay, he's not going to be the one.
Yeah.
And I played that scene. I've seen it one time. I played it in my head a million times, and then when I watched it in slow motion. Somehow the rest of the world froze for a second.
You're like,
and I
"Whoa."
went frame by frame, and I was like, okay, it's not going to be him. And then when the glider came, I was like, okay, knew that. Cool, you got him out of the way. Now I'm like, now I get where's my Spider-Man? And then I see Andrew Garfield come into frame, and just his eyes bug out. From that, just focusing on him,
He even did the same slingshot.
he did the same
thing.
slingshot,
Ugh.
but didn't have to avoid any pieces, and he wasn't focused on anything else. He wasn't focused on the time. He wasn't focused on Green Goblin. He was solely focused on MJ.
It was
Got
when
there
he,
with plenty of
it
time.
was when he caught her. You're okay. I saved you. You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah. And then
Like,
he
oh, God.
realized
And she's
everything
like,
was
"Are you
okay.
He's like,
Yeah. He's like, are you okay? He's like, "Hmm." That scene, best scene of the entire movie, hands down.
It's definitely one of the more powerful scenes of
Yes.
the entire movie, for sure.
Yeah.
Pipper?
My favorite scene is when they're all like waiting for the bad guys to come.
Oh,
and
you
they're
took
all-
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
They're
so
just shooting the
funny.
shit.
It's so good. Like they're just, it's like.
Wait, hold on. You went to
went
space?
Yeah.
I only fought a guy in a rhinoceros
It's like,
costume.
I wanna fight alien. Like,
I'm the lame Spider-Man. You're amazing.
You're amazing.
You
Yeah.
are amazing.
I need you to say it. So
I like
okay.
the "Will you pop my back?" because it called back to whenever he lands his back. He's like, "Oh, my back."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my lord, my mid back's been like off for a
You
long
good now?
time."
Yeah.
He's like,
That was incredible.
Oh, good.
Again, I guess since we can't use our own personal notes of how we fixed the movie,
How we perfected it.
perfected the movie, I guess and there's so many good things. Jamie Foxx conversation of, man, you're in poor neighborhoods, you're helping out poor people, you got a mask on. I really thought you were black. And his response was, I'm sorry. I'm sure there's a black Spider-Man out there somewhere.
Yeah. And it's funny. I know we do this a lot, and we did it with like Endgames. Like, why didn't Thanos just double the resources?
We figured out why with the Eternals. We solved that movie
we did
too.
We did.
We did fix that.
But I did find two things that were kind of off with Spider-Man. One was Electro never knew who Spider-Man was. He even says in the movie, "I thought you were black." So he doesn't
how did
know
he make the
Spider-Man. So
jump?
how did he make the jump?
Ooh, plot hole.
Plot hole.
All right.
Yeah.
Point Blank.
The other thing is, hey, Doctor Strange,
What?
can you make
Sorry, I'm
everyone
school.
can you make everyone forget who Mysterio is?
Okay, did you come up with that? Or somebody else?
I saw that. I've seen them both through all of my run-throughs of Spider-Man.
I mean,
Listen, shit. Okay.
But you can't expand your universe if you don't do that. So you can't go meet your Gwen Stacy. You can't go meet your Osborns and whatnot. I'm assuming that's where it's going. So
different episode, Blake. So many things.
I know. We'll get to it.
I'm not even gonna make notes. I'm
Yeah.
just going to
So
rewatch
those-
the animated one and
Yeah.
go from there.
That'll tell us where we need to go.
So I
Yeah.
guess
So those were my two Spider-Man plot holes.
we'll end on my thing.
Yeah.
Since you took the banter of them, and then when they sit down, like, what the fuck are we doing? Which one's Spider-Man 1? And then
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3. Okay.
just their banter.
But you're not your number one.
Yeah, we love you. I love you the mostest.
Number one. What was it? Number 8 in your programs. Number 1 in your hearts.
Yeah.
So mine would be just straight up the line of. So do you guys suit, or are you just going as a really cool youth pastor?
Yeah. And then the
He was like,
yes,
So yeah.
old man Tobey Maguire.
All right, we need to jump off Spider-Man because we will keep going.
We will.
2022. We did 40 episodes this year,
Yep.
and
This is gonna be at least 30 of next year's.
so I got a giant list in order of release date on a website.
Okay.
And
Are yours in order of release date? You said.
Yes.
Okay. Good. I'm gonna fill in anything you missed. You fill in anything I missed.
So
Starting with January.
starting with January 1st, Harry Potter 20th anniversary reunion on HBO Max. They all get
Yeah.
together and shoot the shit at Hogwarts, and that's going to be kind of like the Friends reunion.
Yeah. 20 years we've had Harry Potter.
It's insane. I'm like looking. I'm like, there's no way it's been 20 years.
It's absolutely been 20 years.
I'm looking. I'm like,
and you
fuck,
know
it's
what?
been 20
It's
years.
taken every single one of them for Daniel Radcliffe to look like a human.
Instead of being a child.
He looked like a child, and then he looked like a child that had an alcohol addiction, and now he finally looks like a really handsome man. All four of them.
Good on you, buddy.
So January, a whole bunch of shit that you've never heard of. Scrolling, still nothing. Eternals comes out on January 12th. I'll probably watch it again just to say I
Is
did.
it like re-releasing?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
As far as new movies, Scream. You get the 90th Scream to come out.
Okay, good for them.
As long as Nev Campbell's in it, I'm going to watch it. Love her. She can do no wrong. Seriously, though. Hotel Transylvania comes out with another one.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of those?
The first one.
Oh.
They're so good. They're so cute. I love them. I love having a kid so I get to watch it. And then...
I don't have that excuse. I am the kid.
Yeah, I just married one in her 20s.
Fair enough. January 28th, Morbius. Finally. Should have come out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Has
Y'all better not have any holes or anything.
Yeah, you better make that shit work.
So
And
you said Morbius is he's in the Spider-Man part of it?
yeah,
Spider-Man universe.
He's owned by Sony, so he is not technically MCU.
Yeah.
Even though Michael
It's
Keaton,
going to be kind of canon.
it's going to be canon because Michael Keaton's going to be in it.
Yeah. Playing Vulture.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that'll be interesting. Did you have anything else for January?
Nope.
February.
I've only got 2 for February.
February.
I only picked out the big ones.
I'm literally scrolling through, and
Well, I might have one that's not that big to you.
Jackass Forever comes out on February 4th.
Yep.
I am not going to watch it.
I will.
I watched the preview, and 90% of that preview gave me the worst fucking anxiety. Like,
Well, because they're all like 50 now.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't do this. Plus, you put a helmet on and put like a cobra in it. Fuck.
Yeah.
You cover this dude in honey and let a bear in the room. I don't care if that bear's trained. That's not cute.
No, that's just terrifying.
Until you watch a bear grab a moose by its spine and just drag it
Rip
off
it apart, yeah.
the fucking road and toss it into the woods where he goes to eat it while it's still alive. Bear shit ain't funny. All right. I just got real. February.
Gabe's afraid of bears.
Super afraid of bears. February 11th, Death on the Nile. Yeah, it's like punches you in the face. There's a bitter note in there that I can't pinpoint.
I don't know if I like it.
It's almost like the port is a little
There's-
bitter.
It's that.
Like one of the boysenberries went bad.
Yeah, like
This-
overripe.
It's like gross.
I said that I was
Yeah.
like continuously try not to chug this.
You want mine? 'Cause I'm not gonna drink it. I don't like it.
Give it a little bit more. You had one sip.
Okay.
That doesn't mean chug it. You pinch yourself. Shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck.
You eat it down your throat.
What is happening? Death on the Nile, Gal Gadot, and a whole bunch of other people. They're on a boat. Someone dies.
Oh, yeah,
It's based on the books.
I don't even know what it looks.
Or old movies. One of the
I
two.
saw a poster for it when we went.
Did
to
you see the? Fuck, was it Murder on the Orient Express? Has
No.
Daisy Ridley
Didn't
and
have Johnny Depp?
yeah, Johnny Depp was in there too. Same
Oh, it's.
same series, same
Oh,
group,
okay, I didn't
same
know that.
concept. That comes out on February 11th. Uncharted, February 18th.
Oh,
Yes.
With
With Tom
Tom
Holland and Mark Wahlberg
Mark
and
Wahlberg.
zero physics.
Yes.
We were watching that trailer like, ooh, this is going to be a tough one to watch.
Yeah.
This is Fast and the Furious
So you're
logic.
jumping up
Up.
in
a
the middle of the
plane.
atmosphere as things fall down.
Over you.
That's
under
not
you.
how this works.
No.
And
So-
you don't have super.
But it is based on a video game. So
That's a problem. Things
We'll
based
give it-
on video games traditionally don't hit well. Ooh, topic. Find shit based on video games that worked. Don't
that's be
worry.
a tough one.
Yeah, it'll be a quick one.
Yeah.
Raider.
Didn't work for the game or the movie.
Hey! I just recently went and played the new 3
Uh-huh.
trilogies, and they were fun. I finished all of them already, so I kind of wish they would.
I didn't watch the
Re-release.
newest Tomb Raider,
No, me neither.
but I do remember the two with
the Angelina Jolie one.
where she had the worst English accent
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Anyway,
The action as an 8-year-old's fun to watch.
yeah, fair enough. Anything else for February I didn't get?
Nope.
All right, cool. March.
The only one big one.
The Batman.
The
March
Batman.
4th.
Not Batman.
The Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah, that's really it for March.
And I didn't have anything for April.
The other one coming out in March, you probably haven't seen this yet. The only reason I know is because I just watched a trailer for it. Because I love those YouTube things where it's just a list of all the trailers coming
Yeah.
out. The Lost City. Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum. She's a writer. Gets stuck out in the middle of
Oh
nowhere.
yeah, and they like relived the or
they're like acting out her next book, and he's the model for her book, and he's trying to save her, and he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And Daniel Radcliffe's the rich bad guy, which he has now played twice.
Yeah.
Now You See Me Too. He was the first rich bad guy.
Yeah.
All about it.
Yeah. And
You said Sandra Bullock I was in.
yeah, and
lately.
Or Channing Tatum I'm also in.
and Brad Pitt shows up, so
Yeah.
wins all around.
So, quick tangent. Have you seen the new Sandra Bullock movie on Netflix?
Oh.
Unforgiven?
no,
Unforgivable.
Unforgivable?
the one where she killed a cop for her sister,
Yes.
and she just got out of prison like 20 years
John
later.
Bernthal's in it because he's in everything.
John Berthal's in everything.
He's in everything. It's incredible.
It's really good.
Is it?
It is
Yeah.
It
incredible.
seems super heavy, and I'm like, I don't have a lot of
It
emotional
is.
space for
It's
things.
very heavy. Yeah.
It is, but it's good.
A lot of very depressing flashbacks, but it's
good.
definitely worth watching. Yeah.
Anything else for March?
Nope.
Unless you're really into IFC films, I didn't think you would.
I didn't have anything for April either as far as big noteworthy movie.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Sonic the Hedgehog 1,
I heard I need to,
We haven't.
do it. It's
I've heard it's
fun.
good.
If you played the game, it's fun.
which I did.
Where's it
Yeah.
I don't know, something.
on? Oh,
Gotcha.
I think it's on Hulu, actually.
okay.
You
Yeah, I
might
think it
have
is, yeah.
you might have commercials here and there, but it's not like, I don't want to watch the unrated version of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
This one has Knuckles and Tails in it, so
Yeah. Knuckles being the bad
also April 15th for us Harry Potter lovers, Fantastic Beasts 3: Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Very excited for that. Jude Law can do no wrong. The other thing is The Northman, weird movie.
I just realized it's really dark in here.
Yeah, it gets really dark in this room.
Okay.
There's a lamp behind you.
I love lamp.
I love lamp.
Do you actually love the lamp? Or you just saying that?
turn it on. There we go.
There you go.
All right. A little bit of light.
A little bit of
Let
light.
there be light.
Alexander Skarsgård is a giant Viking guy. He plays a giant Viking guy.
Okay.
So that's all of April. Anything else?
Nope.
May. There's clearly absolutely nothing at all coming out in May.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness comes out May 6th.
Oh, you're being sarcastic. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what? Really?
A couple weeks later, DC League of Super Pets.
Yeah.
I am lucky enough to have a 7-year-old, so I won't be the creepy old man by myself in that movie. And hopefully, for the millionth time, coming out May 27th,
Top Gun.
Maverick. Now, they made a bold move because now they're going to compete directly with Bob's Burgers, the movie.
That's gonna be a tough one.
It is going to be a tough
There
out
is
at the box office.
there is a bold move in December, which we'll get to.
Oh, there's a couple. Yeah.
There's a very bold
There's
move in
very
December.
one. June. Oh, anything else in May?
Oh nope, that's all I got for May.
June. Jurassic World Dominion.
I'm excited for that one.
Chris Pratt does things with dinosaurs.
I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. Even the new ones, the old ones, the good ones and the bad ones. I love them all.
I'm not against any of them, but I'm also like not
Crazy about 'em?
I'm not reaching out for them.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go see those in theaters.
I like it, but
Yeah.
a week later you have Lightyear,
Yep.
which is
Chris Evans, the
It is
early
the
ages of
in
Buzz Lightyear.
canon Buzz Lightyear story, not the Tim Allen Lightyear of a toy, but it is the story that he is based on.
Yes.
Is what you're getting. There's a movie about Elvis, something about a wedding. I don't know. Oh,
Okay.
The Black Phone, which is a horrifying trailer. This kid gets abducted. The guy wears a creepy mask. There's a phone in there. He's talking to all the other victims that the guy's killed. It's creepy.
Sounds fucked up.
Yeah, super fucked up. Anything else from June?
Nope, done with June.
Cool. July 2022.
It's a good thing they spaced these out.
So Minions: The Rise of Gru, because everything else that thing has done has been fantastic.
Yeah, we need another mini movie.
But what really matters is July 8th,
God, I'm so ready for it.
Thor: Love and Thunder. Bring me the God Butcher.
Yes.
Oh,
I need some Christian Bale as Gore.
so much.
Yes, please.
So much. And then, 3 weeks after that, Black Adam.
July 29th.
I want to see The Rock doing anything for anything at all times.
I hope they're not overhyping it like a straight to Amazon Prime movie, because that's what a lot of the trailers have been. This is the best movie I've been a part of. He is the best actor I've ever worked with. This is going to be the best thing you see in your entire lifetime.
You follow him on Instagram, right? I mean,
Yeah.
everyone on the planet does at this
Yeah,
point.
he is
You might
like
not
the
have
most-
running water, but you follow The Rock on Instagram.
Yeah.
He was just on like MSNBC or something, going over how successful Red Notice was. It was a giant Dwayne Johnson jerk-off fest of him being an incredible businessman.
Yeah.
How incredibly successful Terramana is. How incredibly successful this is.
Yeah.
And it's all true. Terramana might suck, but
it's popular because of his name.
a huge... He wrote this out when George Clooney sold, I think, what's his called? Casamigos?
Mm-hmm.
When he sold that, they were selling 170,000 bottles of Casamigos at the time.
Yeah. A day.
Terramana is selling 600,000.
Yeah.
170,000, and it was a huge acquisition and very splashy and very successful. Terramana, 600,000.
Triple. A little over triple.
Now, my issue with the interview is The Rock is doing it from home, or his trailer, or wherever he is. He has so much fucking makeup on, he's almost as pale as I am, with like weird brown lips. Go back and look.
Yeah.
You'll never unsee it. It was like he was in the first 5 minutes of the movie Powder. That's a deep cut. You might be a little young.
I remember it.
Moving on. Anything else for July?
That's all I have for July, August, and September.
August has nothing I recognize. Cool. Fuck my birthday. September has Puss in Boots
Yeah.
and Mission Impossible 77.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just 1-7, surprisingly.
Oddly enough.
That's the one where he yelled at everyone for not wearing masks. It was funny. October.
Yes.
Hocus Pocus 2. Disney Plus original.
All right.
Why not?
Because
Bring them back.
who knew you needed that?
You get it right before Halloween. I get it.
October 7th, 2022. Spider-Man Across the Universe Part 1.
Yes.
It is a 2-part deal.
Yep.
The first one, this is the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse. We bashed it originally because we thought director change, cast
Yeah, we thought
change,
everything
writer
changed.
Different director. Shamik Moore is still Miles. Jake Johnson is still Peter. Haley Steinfeld is still Gwen. One of the main writers stayed on.
Yeah.
So you have enough key
High
parts
hopes still.
that it'll... And in the trailer, if you haven't seen it yet, you get to see 2099 Spider-Man grab
Yes.
Miles and throw him through some shit. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens there. Coming out October 14th, 2022. Halloween Ends. Hopefully this time for good.
Yeah. God.
fucking-
At one point, you just need to cut your losses, stop trying to make your $800,000, and just let it die.
I'd make a beating the dead horse joke with a kitchen knife, but that seems like lazy writing. Anything else for October?
Nope.
November.
November and December are going to be some good months.
Pinocchio, because I know that's what you're waiting on.
What didn't make my list?
Yeah.
You got like a live action?
Disney Plus original. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Live action.
Live
I mean,
action.
they're remaking everything else.
Yes.
But if it's done in the same way like Cruella and Mulan were done, then
I didn't watch Milan.
Mulan is fucking good because it's like it's same but different, and then no same.
Look, there's no Eddie Murphy as a dragon, so fuck that movie.
It's still really good.
Need my Mushu.
Yeah, Mushu or die. Coming out November 4th. What is this? Some sort of untitled David O. Russell film.
Okay.
Oh, and The Flash, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yes, November 4th, The Flash, running through a flashpoint. We're going to get multiple Batmans in one movie.
Yep.
We're going to get all kinds of shit. Batgirl is going to be introduced. The cinematic version of Supergirl is going to be introduced. You're going to get a Reverse Flash. Do we have confirmation of who is playing the Reverse Flash yet?
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't either. See if you can...
While you fact check that, I'm hoping we don't end up with just The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they try to put 30 main actors
fuck
in
it
a
up.
movie and fuck it up.
I mean, Warner Brothers is in charge of this, so who knows?
So it's not likely going to be the way we want it.
Okay, there's...
But just 1 week later.
It's almost like burnt vegetables in this.
I just
weird
get
bitter
the
note-
dark berries. The dark berries like overpowers everything for me.
It's almost bitter. Yeah, anyway. A week after this, Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
So 1 week after The Flash.
1 week after The Flash.
That's competition. You're competing Warner Brothers and Marvel.
I mean, they're smart.
And that's going to be a powerful movie for Marvel.
Oh, God, yeah.
Now, The Flash is going to be good, but it does not have the following that Marvel has built for Black Panther and Marvel in general.
Well, plus you have the passing of Chadwick Boseman, so you got to play
Yes.
with that, and they're going to.
And it was
that
already,
through.
as a standalone film, before everyone knew how good Chadwick Boseman was, blew up tons of records.
Yep.
So,
A couple weeks after that, you have Creed 3.
yeah,
Because
that's a thing.
why not? Anything else for November?
That's it for November.
December 16th.
On the same
On the same
day
That
release.
is a ballsy move, and I would not be surprised if one of those got pushed.
Yeah.
Somebody's here.
He has yet to be for First Flash, has yet to be cast, but people are speculating that it could be Jared. I can never fucking pronounce his last name. From Supernatural, the guy with the long hair.
Yeah. Ooh, he'd be good.
Jared Padalecki.
Padalecki, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like
No,
your
it's
brother's here. So, yeah, Aquaman Lost Kingdom and Avatar 2. I would not be shocked if Aquaman moves.
Yeah.
And gets pushed into.
Because why would you want to compete against Avatar?
Don't do that.
Avatar is not going to be the better. Well, it might be the better movie, but it's going to have the more hype for it.
Yes.
Because it's been however long.
Yeah, it's been 35 years since the first one,
Yeah.
which went full blown Monsters Inc. with this.
We have a new Super
The
Mario
Incredibles.
Brothers movie coming out.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
I actually am excited.
December
It's Hugh and
21st.
Chris Pratt.
It's Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Jack Black. Who else? Jack Black is
Bunch of
Bowser.
people.
Yeah.
Charlie Day is Luigi.
I'm all about it. Hey, when you made the first one with Dennis Hopper, that wasn't good.
No.
And John Leguizamo, who was a good Luigi, but look, can you maybe get somebody who's remotely Italian
Right?
at all?
Chris Pratt is
A
not
little
Italian.
bit? Charlie Day's not Italian.
No, he's close. He can play a little Italian guy.
Uh,
I think it's mostly going to be more of a parody than it is an accuracy thing.
Which, who's going to us? Oh, it's 2022 at the end of 2022.
Someone's going to be offended.
Everyone's gonna be offended that they got mad at Mulan for not using the right. No, it was Ryan the Last Dragon for not using the right Asians. Just take a breath. It's called acting.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, it's also a cartoon in a fictional world.
yeah.
And, like,
Fucking relax. Well, it's like when people got mad for casting Bryan Cranston as a paraplegic instead of casting an actual paraplegic. Here's the deal. It's called acting. You act.
Yeah.
I don't
Get over it.
I don't need someone who can actually turn 10 foot tall and green. All right. I need someone who can act like they turn 10 foot tall and green.
Yeah.
And then to be announced.
I saw a couple to be announced.
Here's a plethora of crap. Jeepers Creepers Reborn, pass. Sesame Street, pass.
Yeah.
Clerks 3, I will.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be good, but I will. And then that's all, folks.
Huh.
A whole bunch of random shit that I'm not gonna watch.
I do have some TV show releases. Do not have dates.
Yeah, they don't have
Except for
dates yet.
one. DC's releases. Peacemaker comes out in like 3 weeks.
Sure does.
January 13th.
Very excited.
John Cena. Marvel shows that were confirmed to be released in 2022. Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Moon Knight.
Oh, so good.
She-Hulk.
Yep.
What If Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Specials December 2022. And Secret Invasion, it just says late 2022.
Okay.
Apparently,
So
we're
we
also
have-
getting Werewolf by Night in late 2022.
Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, What If Season 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Secret Invasion. That gives us a show every other season, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 superhero movies. So we have
I mean, technically,
15. So we have at least one a month, either a movie or a show.
I know also technically the Book of Boba Fett is coming this week, but only the first episode. So there's multiple episodes. It's going to continue into
It's going to be primarily a 2022
Yeah, so
show.
Book of Boba Fett as well. So there's your Star Wars, your Marvel, your DC, your
Disney.
movie theater,
Yeah.
your Disney,
Oh yeah, like
Pixar.
Red or whatever, the one where she's like a red panda.
Mm-hmm.
Like a giant
There's
red-
that one.
actually looks pretty funny.
And then there's a bunch of stuff on. I saw earlier on HBO. HBO Max is coming out with a bunch of different things.
Yeah,
that
they have
are
a
really
lot
good.
of animated DC releases.
Billions
Appar-
is coming out with a new season.
They're going to try to release a Green Lantern show.
Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
They're working on that. That'll probably still be a couple more years.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Flight Attendant with Haley Cuoco?
No, I didn't. I heard about it. I've almost watched it on the plane a couple times.
Go ahead and watch it. It's a series. We binged it in just a couple days, but just watch it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's very interesting. I'd like to get your
I know the
take on
premise
it.
of it.
Yeah, I'd like to get your take
So.
on it.
Okay.
But they're coming out with the second season of that as well.
Yeah.
So
Hang on.
So,
Wait, and we get Ted Lasso season 3.
yeah. If
I just
you
found
haven't
out
seen
I
Ted
can
Lasso.
pull up Apple TV with the Apple Music access that I have.
Oh, yeah?
So
There you go.
I'm about to
You
jump
need to
on
binge
that
you
soon.
some Ted
I'm
Lasso
about to
and
go-
enjoy every second
About
of
to
it.
go balls deep into Ted Lasso.
Yeah, you need everybody in this world needs to go balls deep in Ted Lasso if
Yeah.
you have not seen it yet. One of the funniest shows I've ever seen in my entire life.
Funny,
Funny,
wholehearted,
deep,
makes
touches
you
on a
laugh,
lot of topics.
cry.
It's good. But yeah, so that's what we were excited about in 2021. Touch us on our no places and what we're excited about coming in 2022.
I like
No
what you
pun
did there.
intended. And until then, for the last time this year,
Oh.
for the last time of season 1, stay nerdy, drink whiskey, Hail Hydra.
This whiskey kind of smells like poop.